The quarterfinals are set for this college football season, and a certain someone is going to have two of his teams in there. And we also had some good first round games and also some not so good first round games as well. Jeffrey, how's it going? It's almost Christmas, exciting time.
Yeah, almost Christmas. I hope everybody has a Merry Christmas and a
Mm-hmm.
Happy New Year and all that good stuff. It's a great time of year. It's a hectic time of year for many, but you just keep it hopefully, good spirits. And yeah, and got a lot of football to watch. Got a lot of good football, and like you said, you know, decent, first round, I guess. You had some games. I mean, a couple of games were interesting, I guess. The other two, I mean, we knew that Tulane and James Madison were going to get wiped off the face of the earth. But the other two games, Miami, Texas A&M, and Alabama, Oklahoma, they gave us some fun.
Mm-hmm.
Even though Miami A&M was really only for the defensive, fans or whatever you want to call that. But I mean, it was a close game. But yeah, definitely excited about the quarterfinal. And not only are two of my favorite teams in the quarterfinal, they just so happen to be matched together. And again, and the number one seed gets screwed. And I don't care what people say, but the number one seed gets screwed. You're supposed to have an easier path, right? As the number one seed. And I believe that Indiana has the hardest game in the
I
quarterfinal.
don't know.
I know you're gonna disagree, but I think Indiana's got the hardest game in the quarterfinal against Alabama, and that sucks. But it's gonna be fun. I mean, regardless, I'm gonna be happy who wins. But yeah, it's gonna be kind of tough to pick that one. We've got Jackson in the house. Appreciate it, Jackson. We've got Caden the Diesel Freak in here. Not surprising. And we got Rough Rider Returns. Appreciate you for stopping by. Caden already attacking us for no reason. I don't even know if that's actually attacking. That's just a standard Caden remark. But but again, hope everybody, including you, Caden, have a great Merry Christmas coming up, and can't wait to talk about these games and hear Will's thoughts on some other things as well, like USC Notre Dame and the portal a little bit, and some players declaring for the draft that make zero sense, and some 6-7 information.
All right. All right, Bama, Oklahoma. Looked like Alabama was playing just as bad as they had down the stretch of the year. And then suddenly, after Mateer missed the open receiver.
That receiver dropped that ball, though, in my mind.
Dropped the ball. I was sick during this game. Like, this was when I was getting sick. So I was like, cut me a little slack here, folks. But, and then Bama turned it on and dominated the second half. And this is the second time Oklahoma's the only team to blow a 17-point lead in the playoffs, and now they've done it twice. So good job, OU. Bama moves on. Happy for you and Jackson.
Absolutely, I appreciate that, Will. I know it was tough, for you to see Notre Dame and Miami do well. I mean, Miami didn't really do well, but defensively. But the point is, like, I know it was tough because it destroyed the argument or whatever. I don't really think so. I've said it again and again.
I don't think it destroyed the argument, but
I think Alabama Notre Dame should have been in. Again, I'm not going to keep rehashing that, but I mean, I don't think Alabama Notre Dame should have ever been an argument per se. Because I mean, Alabama is Alabama. Like, I'm sorry, that's a thing. Still, like, a lot of people don't want that to be a thing, but I mean, this is why. I mean, Alabama, has 3 losses and you're like, oh, they shouldn't make the playoffs. And I'm like, well, they really haven't looked all that good. I kind of maybe agree. And then they go out and do this. And now you could be like, well, Oklahoma's not good. But I don't agree with that either necessarily because of the fact that Oklahoma has been good a lot of the year, at least defensively. And Alabama put up 34 points on them. I know part of it was a pick six. I mean, but again, that's what Oklahoma did to Alabama and Tuscaloosa. So they just paid them back. I don't know. Alabama, the thing that's so strange to me about them is just the fact that, like, you remember the Georgia game, and Georgia, kind of like how last year in 24 when they beat Georgia, how they started out very well and then they held on, kind of came back with the Ron Williams score. This year against Georgia, they started out well, and then they didn't score in the second half. Alabama just held on in Athens, right? So you think about this game, it's the exact opposite. They started out like crap. They're down 17-0. It looks like they're done, and then they just flip the script, play great rest of the way, and they win. I really don't know what to make of them. They're not consistent, even in game. I mean, they could be down 21-0 to Indiana, and the game ain't over. Or they could be up 24-0, and the game ain't over. Because Alabama just does not play a full 60 minutes. I know it's hard to do that. I know for any team it's hard to play well for an entire 60 minutes, but Alabama clearly cannot play an entire 60 minutes. They're either on or they're not. There's no in between. And when they're not, they like it's bad. I mean, they don't even look like an 8-4 team when they're off. But when they're on, they're still Alabama, and they're still one of the probably 6 to 8 best teams in the country. But yeah, it's just interesting because we saw every shade of Alabama in this game. Good Alabama and really bad Alabama, but it resulted in a win. And again, it was probably the best game of the first round, rather, in my opinion, because the other games were kind of boring.
I mean, yeah, it was like Oklahoma's going to win. Oh no, they're not going to win. Oh no. Like
it created excitement, like the game had excitement, and it was the most interesting game that occurred. We got Sports Talk with Austin coming in with a $5.28 super chat. Appreciate that, Sports Talk with Austin. He says, happy holidays. Now 8 teams remain, 1 goal and dream, the opportunity of a lifetime, the CFP National Championship. Chills just thinking about it.
Austin, what do you think of Jeff Brom being the favorite for the Michigan job right now?
Why is that a thing? I thought, I mean, obviously they still keep saying DeBoer, but I thought there was a couple other guys ahead of Brom. I know Fish was in there.
I know. Well, I've just been hearing a lot of Jeff Brom lately.
I don't know. And Brian Kelly says he would love the job. I've seen he's like, did you see the dude, the Michigan intern guy, right? Biff Foggy or whatever his name is. That guy, people are roasting that guy, man. It's like, no, we don't want him. people are just making fun of that guy. I'm not gonna roast him, but like people are just roasting that guy. It's like, come on, man. Like Penn State fans is that bad to Terry when they were mentioning him possibly being the coach. I mean, they're not gonna give it to Biff, but I don't know, man. Michigan, that's just a dumpster fire right now. That's a bad situation. That's why, like, if you're DeBoer, man, just run, stay away from that. But I mean, Jeff Brom, Louisville's his alma mater. I mean, it was his dream job. Like, I understand that Michigan is a way better job than Louisville, but I mean, he's in a very comfortable situation. I mean, he's at a school where as long as he wins 7 to 9 games every year, he will never get fired as long as he lives. I mean, that's and it's not like he's not getting paid very, nicely. To me, I think it kind of makes sense for Brom to stay where he is unless he wants a high pressure job, which a lot of people don't. And I've also the Whittingham. That's the other one. I forgot. I was like, I'm missing something. Whittingham. I keep seeing people say Whittingham, and I'm like, why in the world would Kyle Whittingham leave Utah, act like he's retiring, kind of thing, and then I'm not retiring. I'm still available, and it's like, what? Like, I would be the antithesis of Kyle Whittingham. Like, literally,
Yeah.
dude has been a part of Utah for like 30 years. Like, even before becoming a coach, he was like their coordinator and like he rose the ranks, you know?
Yeah.
He's been a Utah guy forever. And it's like, now you're just going to take on one of the most high pressure jobs in the country as a old guy in this era. No, that to me is like insanity. If I'm Kyle Whittingham, no, absolutely not. Dude, just stay retired, man. You got it made in the shade. Don't worry about it. You know, if you want another job, man, Utah will take you back. Like, dude, no, I don't get it. I just disagree with that. But appreciate the super chat, Austin. Cade, he's got a $5 super chat. Appreciate it. He said there were a bunch of no-brainer games, and Will is still crying about Notre Dame. Will is not crying anymore. You are obsessed with talking about it. I know that. But Will is fine. See, he is laughing. He's in great spirits as we approach this Christmas season. He's fine. We got Austin coming out with another $5 super chat. Appreciate that. Austin says, out of the 8 teams remaining, who's got more pressure on them, Miami or Texas Tech? Is both of the weight of the conference on their shoulders. Well, more pressure is Miami just because it's Miami. You know, obviously they're a big brand and Cristobal and everything. Texas Tech doesn't really have a lot of pressure.
They have more pressure because they're like Miami. They're big underdogs. Texas Tech, like people think they have more of a puncher's chance against.
What
Oregon.
I mean by pressure, I'm talking about like coaching, security, and expectation level. Miami's expectation level is still ridiculously high. They want Cristobal to take them to the promised land and win a championship eventually. More of they have to look good. You know what I'm saying? They don't need to get blown off the field. Whereas like Texas Tech, I get why the more pressure are what you just said, but I'm just saying like McGuire's not going to get in any hot seat trouble if they lose 40-0. It's not going to look good. But Texas Tech's not a Miami type of job. Maybe they're trying to make it that, and maybe it will get there. But I mean, honestly, if you're going off just the weight of the conference on their shoulders, they have equal pressure because the ACC and the Big 12 are doing everything they possibly can to look good because they don't look good. I mean, Texas Tech's the only thing the Big 12 even has. So I guess from that perspective, it's Texas Tech. And what you said, based off they have a puncher's chance type of deal, type of game. But my argument about the job pressure and the brand school that it is, it's Miami. So you can go either way with that. And we also have Caden coming in with another $5 super chat. He says Ohio State will be 10-time national champions, and it's a daggum fat. Drop the link. Well, if you want to come on, Caden, we'll get through these games, and then maybe like we did last time, Will can drop the link and bring him on, and he can roast us or act like he is for 10 minutes or so or whatever. But for now, we got to get to these next few games. But do appreciate the support, Caden. Appreciate the slander as well, and we maybe we'll get to that. But do you want to talk about Oregon JMU?
I feel like JMU, like they covered the spread at least in this game, and they had some fun trick plays, like the double pass and stuff. So they at least had that going for them.
The problem is with this game is that people forget that it was 35-3. I mean, game was over. It was over. I mean, Oregon took their foot off the gas. I saw a little bit of the end of the game. I kept flipping it between that and the NFL game at the end because I was a little intrigued watching James Madison slinging around the field. It was kind of cool, but it was all futile. I mean, if Oregon had kept their foot on the gas, they could have won this game 70-7. Kind of like that Oklahoma State type of game they had. And I don't think James Madison's a better team than Oklahoma State, but I mean they could not stop Oregon. And it just seemed like Oregon just kind of slow-mode late. They just kind of like whatever. And that made Dan Lanning very mad. And it made all the people that want to defend teams like James Madison being in the playoffs a lot of talk. Well, hey, they only lost by 17. And it's like, dude, they were losing by like 30 after the first like.
You know, they did have a kick block too. So that would have made it a little
I don't know. I think that I think the game is a little bit misleading on the score. And I think James Madison got beat by a lot more than that when Oregon was actually trying. But that's my opinion. Still, kudos to James Madison for making it look respectable, and I guess giving some of those people that argument that these teams deserve to be in there.
Ole Miss and Tulane, I mean, it was 41-10.
Yeah, I mean, Tulane did not do what James Madison did, and they did not make it interesting at all. But the thing is that, like, these teams are just so outmatched talent-wise. Like, I understand, like, you know, I've talked about Indiana and the talent and everything difference, and there is a massive talent difference. But whatever Indiana's talent difference is, these type of teams like Tulane and James Madison, it's extrapolated tenfold. These teams just cannot compete on the lines of scrimmage. Ole Miss is a good team. Even without Lane, their team is intact and it's good. But I mean, the fact that Tulane cannot compete with them, and I know Ole Miss almost lost to Washington State, so again, it can happen. But Ole Miss was locked in from the beginning, and they played well. So it was just an ugly game.
And then Miami beating A&M. Marcel Reed blew it at the end, man. He blew it at the end.
Well, what was even worse about it, like, that pick was bad, but the pick that he threw earlier in the game, right to Miami, that was, I don't know what that was. It didn't even, to me, unless I'm misremembering the play, it did not look like he was being pressured that heavily when he threw that pick over the middle of the field. You remember the first pick, right?
Yeah.
Like, that was, I mean, the fact that people had this guy in the Heisman conversation kind of makes the Heisman look really bad this year. No lie. Yeah. I mean, I'm not ever going to say Mendoza didn't deserve it. I think he deserved it. I think Love also deserved it too. But other than that, I mean, Sam, whatever. I mean, he has a manufactured offense, man. That's just perfect for him with best talent everywhere. I'm sorry. He's a good player, man. We'll see what he does in the league. I don't know. I mean, saying's good. It's just, no. Love and Mendoza to me were ahead of everyone else. But Marcel Reed, that he was in the conversation for a few. People were putting him in the conversation after he played like crap in the South Carolina game, but he brought him back. I'm like, okay, and I know people are like, well, you said the same thing about Mendoza. Mendoza did not play really bad against Penn State. He did throw the one interception. Marcel Reed's had multiple games of multiple picks. You can't do that, and he cost them this game. He did. Miami, the only thing Miami had was Fletcher Jr. That's it. It's not like Beck was incredible. All I know is if Carson Beck cannot lead Miami, like, if he can't play well, they have no shot because they're not running. Fletcher's not putting up 172 yards on the ground against Ohio State. That's your early preview before we get to that one. But I mean, Miami, kudos to them. It was Miami's most relevant win in 25 years, so good for them. But A&M also kind of sucked.
What do you think about the Scotty message?
Texas A&M is last year's Indiana all over again. I mean, the issue with that statement is the fact that Indiana last year had a bunch of group of 5 transfers and a barely top 70 roster. And they played an ridiculously easy schedule. I mean, we all know this. I mean, Nebraska ended up sucking. Washington ended up being mid. Michigan was mid. They play nobody in the non-conference. I know where you're coming from. Scott. A&M schedule sucked. It was bad, but they played Notre Dame. Mm-hmm. It's still the SEC, even though all the teams that they played in the SEC were the bottom of the barrel pieces of crap. But my point is that A&M also has a top 15 roster in college football. And probably top 10. So that is where I cannot agree with A&M versus Indiana. Plus, Indiana was a pretty big underdog to Notre Dame. A&M was favored to win this game. So, again, the only comparisons between these two teams is that their schedule was ridiculously easy. The comparison's in there. There's nothing similar between Texas A&M and Indiana from last year. The similarities is just the schedules were easy. A&M should have never made the college football playoff. If they had have lost to Notre Dame, which they should have, you can blame Tyler Buckner's existence for that one. Sorry, Tyler Buckner, but you blew that. Notre Dame and their crappy defense in that game. Notre Dame would have been in, and A&M would not have been. And Notre Dame would have done better in the playoffs. Mm-hmm. Texas A&M, like it's actually ironic that all this talk that we had about Miami being in, Notre Dame being in, Texas even being in, Bama being in, we really should have been talking about Texas A&M. And that, again, is where I agree with your point about the schedule dictating the wins. I agree that Indiana's schedule was bad. It was bad, and they were not one of the 12 best teams in the country last year, probably. I was just darn happy they made it. Again, my argument last year is that you expanded the playoffs to 12, not you specifically, but the committee did. They expanded the playoffs to 12. You're going to get more teams in the playoff that don't deserve to be there. We saw with Madison and Tulane. Well, Texas A&M did not really deserve to be there either, but guess what? It's not a 14 playoff anymore. It's a 12-team playoff. So they're going to get in. An 11-1 SEC team is always going to make the college football playoff no matter how easy their schedule is. Mm-hmm. It's just the way that it is in a 12-team playoff. So Texas A&M benefited from a crap schedule like Indiana, but somehow they're vastly superior offensive and defensive players than Indiana had last year still sucked somehow. Don't know, but they got humiliated by Texas. And it's funny because Texas used that to be like, yeah, we should be in the playoffs. I mean, again, I understand that they're like, well, yeah, we had Ohio State on the schedule. And if we didn't have Ohio State on the schedule, we would have made the playoffs. Well, you lost to Florida as well. And also, you think about the fact that if Notre Dame didn't play Texas A&M and they had gone 11-1, Notre Dame's probably in the playoffs with an easier schedule. The problem is it's hard to quantify how good your schedule is and your results based off who should be in. If you're going off like performance metrics, Notre Dame should have been in the playoffs. If you're going off other metrics, Notre Dame should not have been in the playoffs because of the head-to-head results and the all that. Again, it's impossible for the committee to get it right because of the fact that there's 80 billion different metrics to quantify whether a team should be in or not. And people are putting way too much results on, or of an impact on the results of one game. Okay, well, Texas loses to Ohio State. If they didn't lose that game, they only had 2 losses and they'd have been in. Well, did Texas still deserve to be in? Did they play like a playoff team for the vast majority of the year when they were barely beating Kentucky and Mississippi State? Not really. So again, it's just people are just getting blinded by one freaking result, whether that costs you from getting in or not. Maybe play better. Okay. So we got Sports Talk with Austin coming in with a $5 super chat. Give Carson Beck his credit, Jeffrey. He didn't play well, but he led them on the game-winning drive when it counted. He can't even. I'm not moving goalposts. I'm just saying I don't think Carson Beck is that good. I also think that Carson Beck's not bad, but I also think Carson Beck against a team like they're about to face is probably going to get exposed again, hard, and it's not going to look good. And then the goalposts are just going to be knocked down and thrown in the river like Tennessee did when they beat Alabama. That's the problem. Carson Beck's fine. He's fine. But also, is the dude, is he locked in? Because, all I know is, like, he had the relationship thing That's gone. He's he's supposedly doing better, but there's just some games where the dude just don't look locked in. When good Carson Beck versus bad Carson Beck is a problem. Like when he plays bad, he kind of sucks. Like against your team, Louisville, he sucked in that game. That dude, he did not. He woke up on the wrong side of the bed that day. I don't know, man. He didn't sleep that night. Something happened. I don't know. I'm just telling you, dude. He's not consistent at all. And neither of these teams should be proud of their performance in this game. The missed field goals, the mistakes, the turnovers. No. I mean, Miami better be glad they're the team that won because A&M would have gotten embarrassed even further. So, now, I mean, Carson Beck is not an awful player, but he sure as heck ain't great. And that's the problem because a lot of people think he is and he's not. But I do appreciate the super chat. I do give credit when credit's due. He won the game. Good for him. But he only had to score once. Mm-hmm. It's not like he had to do 3 touchdown drives. He had to do 1.
All right. And now they got to play Ohio State.
Yeah. And funnily enough, I was live until like 5 in the morning on Saturday night. Mm-hmm. And Traveling Fools of Miami fandom, he called in and he said that whoever wins this game, whether it's Miami or Ohio State, me and him made a little wager. I wasn't going to do it, but he was like, this is cool. So he was like, all right, well, if Miami wins, then I have to give him a signed dollar bill. And if Ohio State wins, then he gives me a signed dollar bill. So I'm okay with that. See, that's a better bet, Will. Not whatever the heck. The guy in chat, he's like, oh, I could make a bet with. No, you're not. We're not doing stupid bets, man. No, you can pick on other people, but I only do good bets, and that's an okay bet. I'm okay with a signed dollar bill. That's fine.
All right.
But we got Traveling Full. He's very confident Miami's gonna win this game. And I mean, anything is possible, but what are your thoughts, man?
If Miami can only score 10 points against Texas A&M, are they going to score any points against Ohio State? I mean, I think
what is this comment, Cade? Jeffrey doesn't do bets with 2 T's because his best buddy Will lost a stupid bed to me. I didn't know that you gave him a bed as a part of the contract, Will. Okay.
Like I just can't see Miami scoring in this game unless if it's on like a defensive play. So I'm gonna go Ohio State 20, Miami 3. Because I just don't think I think Arvell Reese and all those and Caleb Downs are gonna have a field day against Miami's offense.
It was almost 5 in the morning. So that's a great assessment of this game, Will. And I think that I'm calling it now, Jeffrey. Carson Beck proving the doubters wrong. 31-28 Miami over Ohio State. I mean, you got to give Austin a lot of kudos, man, for attempting these crazy upset picks. And again, it's not like it's impossible. Nothing's impossible, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think a D3 school would lose every time to Ohio State or Miami for that matter, but you never know. I'm not even reading that. Okay, that's a good one, Troy. But I think Ohio State's going to win this game 23-3. I'm going with a very similar score. I think Miami will score a field goal. But I mean, Ohio State, it's gonna be one of those methodical beatdowns that they're so famously known for, right? Where they could probably pummel you by a lot more.
Yeah.
But they're not going to. They're just gonna be like it's like driving a Ferrari F40 in first gear.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and again, me saying that about Ohio State it's sick. I mean, what if you've watched if you watch Ohio State this year, how many games did they play this year? I didn't watch them much, but you just saw the score. Like
Yeah.
they always would show the replay of it on ESPN or Fox or whatever, like 80, 100 times. Look at this, Ohio State. They took the lead against Purdue in the second quarter. Just every game this year, they just poured it on their opponent slowly. I mean, again, to me, I think that's what they're going to do in this game. Like it's going to be like 13-3 in the third quarter, and Miami's driving, and you're like, they got a shot, and then Carson Beck's going to throw a pick six, and then it's over.
Yeah.
It's just, and then Julian Sainz only going to throw for like 160 yards and a touchdown, and they're going to run the ball a lot with Bo. It's just this game's going to be boring.
Mm-hmm.
It is going to be boring. So I don't know. I don't think it's a close game.
All right, Oregon and Tech.
I mean, I will admit, there's one game I'm back and forth on, and everybody knows what it is. But this game is tricky. To be fair, I mean, it is a 1.5 point spread in favor of Oregon. The problem with both of these teams, and I'm sure Will is going to say the exact same, is that we don't know how good either team really is. Oregon has theoretically been tested more, because they faced Indiana and lost, and they beat USC, and they beat Penn State when they still cared. They beat Iowa. I mean, Tech beat BYU.
Convincingly twice.
But how good's BYU?
Yeah.
That's the problem. I mean, the Big 12 is awful. I mean, Oregon at least is in the Big 10. The only thing is, Scotty B, about Texas Tech losing to a mid-Arizona State is that their quarterback was hurt in the game. Their starting quarterback, Morton, was hurt in that game. Their backup played, and he played all right. And Arizona State is a tough out at home. But I do agree, that's not a great loss. It's just there were some circumstances that aided that loss. I don't know, man. This one's actually kind of tough. I mean, I'm inclined to lean Oregon because I think Oregon's better, but Texas Tech is good. They look good. Mm-hmm. They look really good, but Oregon's the best team they've played all year. At least Oregon's played a team that's good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, you could argue USC's better than BYU.
Mm-hmm.
You can argue that. I know there will be people that will probably just throw vomit emojis at me for saying that, but I mean, I think that USC. I think USC is better than BYU. Did Texas Tech beat Utah at home, right?
I believe so.
So I'm sorry, but if that's the case, which I'm actually going to look that up because to aid my argument.
I'm bringing it up, Jeffrey. It was in Rice Eccles.
Ooh. Well, I mean that's a better win then. Was Dampier in that game?
I can look.
He did.
34-10, they won.
He had 2 picks. Yeah. Well, to me, that's their best win of the year. Because winning in Rice Eccles is not easy. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm gonna go Oregon 27-24. I think Texas Tech can win. I could be wrong. But I think Oregon's gonna win.
I'll go 27-24 Tech just to be different. I mean,
all right.
Big game from Rodriguez. Morton plays well.
You'll be right.
But yeah, I think this one's could be like that Texas Arizona State game from last year. Fun game.
Well, we know that this score has no chance in the world of
Yeah.
happening right here. No way. But yeah, of course he's gonna say BYU's better than USC. Of course,
I think they're pretty similar.
I think USC's better.
And here it is, the Jeffrey Bowl. IU and Alabama.
I want to hear you first.
When I first saw this matchup, I'm like, okay, IU's definitely going to win. But I mean, Bama looked good, and they did have that Georgia first half performance in that second half against OU, and I'm a little worried that like IU, like they ran out of that. Like they put so much effort into that Big Ten championship game that like they might not have enough in this Rose Bowl. But this is Kurt Cignetti, man. Like the best coach in college football right now, Kurt Cignetti.
Yes. Quit your bias against BYU, Jeffrey, says Kate in the Diesel Freak with a $2 super chat. Appreciate that. I don't see how it's biased to say USC's better. But back to Will.
Like I can't pick against Cignetti. I can't right now.
See, I love how Cignetti has changed the minds of the people. You know, and that's what he said in his opening press. We got to change the way people think about Indiana. Look at Will in real time. Like before, it'd be like, oh, no way. You know, Alabama, they'll blow them out. He's like, I can't pick against Cignetti. Look at that. That is unreal.
So I think IU is going to win 34-17 over Alabama in the Rose Bowl, and win their first. I don't even know when was the last time Indiana won the Rose Bowl.
Never. They made it once and lost to O.J. Simpson.
That was the only time.
Yep. They lost in the 1968 Rose Bowl to O.J. Simpson, USC. That's all they got.
So they'll win their first Rose Bowl game.
I love how Bean says if Jeffrey does not pick Bama, he's.
I just think that defense is suffocating of IU.
Let me ask you a question, Will. If I pick Indiana to win, does that make me a traitor to Alabama?
No, it doesn't.
Thank you. Because you have picked against Notre Dame before, right?
Yeah.
And you still are a Notre Dame guy through and through.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, if I never told people that I liked Indiana as well, because I'm like that for some reason. Got no reason to like them, but I do. But I am Alabama through and through forever. You know, like I love my Crimson Tide. You know, Alabama has not looked better than Indiana for probably 90% of the season. They've had their like 10% moments where they've looked better than Indiana, and that's that next gear, and that's the talent. Alabama's got the talent, but do you see how inconsistent Alabama is, and how Oklahoma fell apart and allowed them to come back? Oklahoma just made mistakes. It's kind of like, you remember how last year when Indiana played at Ohio State and they had the punt mistake and then the kick return for a touchdown type of thing that completely transformed the game? Indiana's not making those mistakes this year. Indiana mostly plays mistake-free football. Oklahoma gave away the game. As good as Alabama played in the second half, and they did, Oklahoma did give away that game. They did. The turnovers, the errors, the offense dried up. The only thing I'm worried about in this game is if Alabama can get pressure on Mendoza. Because, like, when I first watched the Ohio State game, you remember when Mendoza got wrecked by Caden Curry on the first play, and I was like, "Oh crap!" It's that dude. My heart was in the floor. I'm like, "Oh no!"
Yeah.
For one, I thought Mendoza was hurt and he wasn't able to play anymore. And number two, Caden Curry just wrecked the dude on the first play, and I'm like, but after that, Indiana mostly protected Mendoza. Alabama's run defense is not great. It's not that good.
Hemby time, man. It's Hemby time.
And Indiana runs the ball pretty well. And they actually ran it decently well against Ohio State, which was a underrated impact of why they won. They were able to move the chains enough on the ground. So Alabama does not run the ball well, which will help Indiana. And Alabama does not defend the run well, which will help Indiana. The only advantage Alabama has is talent, and they have an abundance of it. But the consistency is not there. Indiana has been way more consistent than Alabama all season long. Way more consistent. And I think that Curt Cignetti has proven to this point that he's a better coach than DeBoer. Mm-hmm. And the staff is better. And Indiana's keeping the staff. I mean, they have Brian Haynes coming back. They've got Shanahan coming back. I don't know if you saw, but they've both gotten extensions to stay. Mm-hmm. So Indiana's keeping them for next year, which is big. So I don't know, man. I think Indiana's got the better staff. I think Indiana's got the better consistency, but I think Alabama's got the better players by far. I mean, it's not even close. I don't even have to think that. It's a fact. Alabama has the way better roster, but they haven't consistently played well. The only way Alabama will win this game is if Indiana turns it over. If Indiana turns it over like Oklahoma did, Alabama can win. And I mean, Alabama, like, again, when they're clicking, they are a top 6 to 8 team. But I've only seen Alabama at their best, like I said, about 10% of the season. I've seen Indiana at their best a lot. Mm-hmm. I mean, I've literally seen it. You know what I'm saying? They were playing a crappy team, but I literally saw it. So Indiana's looked darn good a lot this year. Alabama's only looked good rarely. I'm not confident either way. I really am not, because I really do believe Alabama can win based off the sheer talent alone. But Indiana wants to keep proving to the nation they're still hungry. You know, like they said, like the Big Ten ain't enough. They want to continue to prove to America that they are legit. I'm going to go with Indiana to win 27-24. Mm-hmm. I almost went with Alabama. And it's going to suck if Alabama loses. I don't want Alabama to lose, but I don't want Indiana to lose either. It's a tough game. I mean, I want both teams to win for different reasons. You know, I want Alabama to win because they're my favorite team, but Indiana's one of the coolest stories I've ever seen in my life. And it would be great to see it continue. It sucks that it's got to be against Bama. I wish it did not have to be. I wish they had Alabama at number 10, which is where they should have been. And this wouldn't have happened until at least later on down the road if they would have met. But, you know, it is what it is. I'm going with IU. Now, the thing that sucks, this is one of those games that I feel like whatever I picked, I'm going to be wrong. I feel like if I had picked Alabama, I would have been wrong. Because I picked Alabama to beat Georgia. And I was wrong because Georgia, yeah. And then when they played Oklahoma, I picked Alabama, and I thought I was going to be wrong. Now I ended up being right, but I feel like this game, it just feels like if I pick Alabama, they're going to lose. And if I pick Indiana, which I did, I feel like they're going to lose. So in a way, if you're going off being a traitor, me picking Indiana is not being a traitor, because since I feel like whoever I was going to pick would be wrong, that's kind of backdoor making.
You would have said the same thing if you would have picked Bama. You would have said if you just not picked IU's a traitor.
So I'm conflicted, man. This is a 50-50 game to me. I just think Indiana's been the more consistent team. They don't make mistakes. As long as they don't do that, I think they will win. So I'm very excited about the game. It's going to be great. It's going to be awesome. But yeah, I thanks for the super chat, Kate. I'm getting to it. I just wanted to get to my my spill of the game. I cannot wait for this one, man. Rose Bowl, Indiana, Alabama. Who would have thought that this would ever be a game? Not me. So we got Caden coming to a $5 super chat. I'd rather drink than listen to Jeffrey's bias against BYU. Thank you for that, Caden. We remember when you mentioned that before. And thank you for mentioning that again. And if Jackson was here, he would have read that fully. But so appreciate everybody for being here. Oh, man. How's everybody doing? Wrong, Jeffrey. You were loyal to Bama first. Yes, I am loyal to Bama. I don't I don't want Bama to lose. But, man, I mean, like I said, it feels like whoever I picked, I'm going to be wrong. So we'll see what happens.
All right.
Dude, it's a tough situation for me because he said, guess we never breed a Bama fan. 100% want. I want Bama to win every time they play. I do. I want them to win every time they play. I've been an Alabama fan since I'm 3 years old. Indiana's just an amazing story, and I liked them before they were good. I just had a soft spot for them being garbage. I never thought they would be good. I mean, it was almost more of a joke that I liked them per se. You know, that I had a rooting interest for a garbage football team. Like everybody that I know in my life is like, wow, it's a joke. It's like, why is this guy like a bad football team? Again, it was purposefully done on my part. They were the worst program ever, and statistically in college football history, and I was just kind of almost more of a gag to root for them. But I mean, now it's just an amazing story. I think it's amazing. I mean, I'm gonna be sad whoever loses. I mean, it's gonna suck if Alabama loses. I don't want them to lose. I just can't wait for the game. That's the way I feel about it. So, but we'll get to another game. I'm done talking about the amazing game that I can't wait, and whatever happens, I'm gonna be sad. But this game, a lot of people are trying to say that this is going to be a close game. I disagree. I don't think it's going to be close.
I mean, this is like Ole Miss being like us against the world with like Lane Kiffin leaving.
Is that enough?
Charlie Weiss calling the offense. His son, not the Notre Dame coach, the son of the Notre Dame coach. With Golding still calling the defense. But I mean, Georgia looked like they didn't really look that good against Georgia Tech, but they looked like a machine against Bama. So will they play like they did against Georgia Tech, or will they play like they did in Atlanta in the SEC championship game? They played in the same building for both of those games, but
Georgia hasn't been consistently great either.
Yeah,
they've been more consistently good than Alabama, but they've had their bad moments too. Mm-hmm. But they destroyed Alabama in the championship game. Flat out destroyed them.
Yeah, I mean, Georgia won this game close. And I feel like before, and it was in Georgia, right?
Mm-hmm. There will be more Georgia fans at this game.
I feel like, but Ole Miss is also close to the Superdome, though. So it might be 60-40. Or 50,
I mean, there will be Ole Miss fans there. Don't get me wrong. I just know Georgia is gonna pack the house.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The only way I see Ole Miss winning this game, Will, is if everybody's theory of they're us against the world without Lane, they're going to give it their all kind of crap. That's it. I mean,
I'll go 27.
I think they would have had a better shot to win with Lane.
I'll go 27-24 Georgia.
I'll go 35-17 Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
That's being respectable. I almost went a bigger beat down than that, but I'll make it somewhat respectable. I mean, I would rather Ole Miss win. Honestly, outside of Alabama and Indiana, the two teams that I would like to see win the national championship more than anybody, I'd be cool with Ole Miss winning it.
Mm-hmm.
That they would be my third team that I would like to see win. I'm not an Ole Miss fan. Okay, just let's get that out of the way. I'm just saying that I think it would be.
It would be a good story.
Yes, I like good stories. So my point is that Ole Miss gets their coach taken away. It'd be amazing to see them be like, screw this, we're just going to win the whole daggum thing. They have no shot in the world of doing that, but I would like to see it. I don't want Georgia to win it again. I don't want to see Ohio State win it again. And I know people don't want to see Bama win it again, but I do because I love Bama. So, there you go. But I'm just saying, like, Ole Miss would be cool. I mean, I guess you could argue, like Tech. I'm kind of annoyed with Tech that they got so good so fast. Like Ole Miss, like it felt like Lane built Ole Miss and it took time and they got better. Tech just was like, all right, we suck and now we got a $30 million roster and we're good now. I don't like that as much. That's not as cool to me. But I mean, I'd still rather see Texas Tech win it all than Georgia. But they're not going to win it either. I mean, I think the 4 teams that can win it all are Georgia, Ohio State, and they're the favorites, and then Indiana and Alabama. I think Alabama has a shot if they beat Indiana.
I think Oregon has a better shot than Bama, in my opinion.
Even though you picked Tech.
Yeah. I don't know about that pick, but whatever, man.
I'm not.
Oh.
Hey, you can still want a team to win despite picking them to lose. Okay? I mean, I've picked against Bama before. I mean, the year that Alabama went to the national champion or the playoffs when they lost to Michigan, remember they were underdogs against Georgia in the SEC title game, and I picked Georgia. I thought Georgia would win because they played better than Bama all year, but Nick Saban and Bama threw a rabbit out of the hat and won that game, made the playoffs, and then they lost to Michigan heartbreakingly, which if they had to beat Michigan, they probably would have won it all. But Milroe fumbled. But the thing is, like, I've picked against Bama before. I don't want Bama to lose. I don't want either of the teams to lose, though. Because, I mean, if IU loses, I mean, the story's over. It sucks. Because, I mean, you don't know if they'll ever be that good again. I mean, I think Cignetti can have them be that good again, but they're freaking number 1. They're 13-0. I don't know if they'll do that again. Alabama, I think Alabama can still be a national title team, contending team, year in and year out, especially if DeBoer improves. I mean, Alabama should always be here. Indiana, I mean, it's a rare thing, man. I mean, Cignetti, I think he could consistently have IU being good, but I mean, it's going to be very hard to have this type of team again. There's a big difference between being a team that's really, really good, like, hey, Indiana went 10-2 next year, and then a team like this where it's like, yeah, I think Indiana can win it all. There's a big difference. Jeffrey, like, hey, again, nobody said people's opinions and logic makes sense. There's a lot of things I say that I know 99% of you guys probably think is completely insane and moronic, but I think we all do that, man. All right, so what do you want to talk about now, unless you got more on these games?
All right, we can look at the portal.
We're about an hour in, but well, Caden Logic's not too hot either, But yeah. Yeah, you're starting off where we left off. We're on the 15th because that was the last time we were.
TJ Finley.
Yeah, he's still out there. 7 schools in 7 years. Pathetic.
Jaden Davis back in the is in the portal. Michigan fans were saying he was going to be better than CJ Carr. They're in the same recruiting class, and Jaden Davis hasn't seen the field, and CJ has. So
how old is he?
He's a redshirt sophomore, so he's going to be a redshirt junior.
Yeah, good old.
No, he was a redshirt freshman. He's going to be a redshirt sophomore. Okay, there we go. Yeah.
Good old Caden's wanting to come on and roast us, man. I kind of want to get through the portal first before we, if we do that.
We'll get through the portal, and then we can talk about Notre Dame and USC.
All right.
Oh, Bama getting a tight end from Oklahoma State.
Josh Ford. I didn't even hear about that. I'm sure Jackson did. I've not seen a lot in the last week. I've tried to stay on top of everything, but it's kind of tough. Let me look him up real quick. Josh Ford. Did he have a good year at Oklahoma State? They had a crappy season. Oh, my gosh. 3 receptions for 45 yards. That's it. Okay, well, he's a depth piece.
So we have Georgia Tech's backup quarterback Aaron Philo going to the portal, and a lot of people think he's going to go to Florida to be their starter next year because Georgia Tech's offensive coordinator is going to Florida. So they're going to try to run Georgia Tech's offense at Florida.
Florida's going to take a backup quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We'll see. It's kind of funny. The portal is just a free for all. Dexter Williams II, former Indiana quarterback, in the portal again. FCS.
FCS.
He got the win over Michigan State in Tom Allen's last year, I think. So good, good job. But I mean, that's true, B. Most quarterbacks are backups at one point, but I mean, it's just like Florida. You think Florida wants someone proven, right? I mean, it's Florida, right? They're this high and mighty program. They're going to take a flyer. I mean, Mendoza was a starter at Cal. I mean, like this dude, I mean, Florida going to take a guy that's, you know, USC loses everybody.
Walker Lyons going to the portal. He was pretty highly sought after when he committed, but it didn't work out.
You ever notice programs like LSU and USC just lose so many players every year?
Mm-hmm.
And Kansas State's losing everybody because Kleiman's gone. It's kind of shocking. Dude just retired. Guess he just gave up.
Bo Brabula back in the
Brabula.
Will he be going to Penn State or somewhere else?
No idea.
We have the Disappointment Bowl this Saturday at noon between Penn State and Clemson.
I got dibs on Clemson. I know we're not doing bowl picks, but I would go with Clemson on that one. Okay. I don't know if you agree with that, but
Hollywood Smothers, he's pretty good. Chaz Coleman.
It's hard to build any type of like I don't know, stability, man, at a program.
Josh Hoover.
Yeah, Josh Hoover has been linked to Indiana, obviously, just like Levitt and Sorsby and all these other guys. I think I read an article the other day in the brief amount of time that I had that I think that Sorsby's not in the running for IU, so maybe Hoover still is. I mean, Hoover was committed to Indiana under Tom Allen. And then there you go. I said it before Scotty even wrote it. Hoover, that's a good memory, Scotty. Hoover was committed to IU. He was thought of to hopefully turn Allen's tenure around because I think he was in the 22 class. That's when obviously IU had the bad 21 year.
Mm-hmm.
He was committed. He committed in 21 before they had the bad year. He committed after the 6-2 season. But then when they went 2-10, he decommitted, went to TCU, and that officially sunk Allen. Because Hoover,
I didn't know about this at all. This is interesting stuff.
Yeah, it is interesting. Hoover would have been one of the highest rated guys Indiana ever had because he was a 4-star recruit. But yeah, Allen lost him, and he went to TCU, and he's done well last couple of years. So I mean, I think he'd be good. I don't know if he'd be as good as Mendoza. But again,
similar-ish. Yeah, but at like what they did at Cal and TCU.
I think it's going to be tough because Mendoza's brother, Alberto Mendoza, has flashed enough potential that you could make a case for him to be the starter next year. But I don't think that Cignetti wants to do that. I
Yeah.
think Cignetti wants to bring in a guy that, like, they're going to have to battle it out. But see, a guy like Hoover, would Hoover go to IU being like, well, hey, do I have to battle for the job, or am I just being given the job? See, a lot of guys don't want to battle. I mean, look at Lagway.
Yeah.
Well, I'm leaving Florida because I'm not being guaranteed the job. So I think Hoover to IU would make a lot of sense, but I also don't know if he'd go there, especially if Alberto Mendoza actually has a legit shot to maybe win the job himself. So,
Man,
I mean,
the defensive back room at Notre Dame's loaded, man. These guys are starting to leave. Like Powell to Braun Penny Powell, he's leaving. Like he's probably going to be good somewhere, but he just couldn't crack the rotation.
Yeah, like Scotty said, and I did see this online. Sorsby's girlfriend committed to Texas Tech in volleyball, so Sorsby might be going to Texas Tech. That is highly likely, especially considering that Raiola is not. They said they're not interested in him. So yeah, it looks like Sorsby will probably go to Texas Tech.
Okay. And sorry, I still have this cold. Javon Payne didn't get any touches this year, really, so he's gonna hit the portal. Hopefully, he does well.
The name sounds familiar.
Ashton Daniels back in the portal.
Yeah, Gibran Payne. Yeah, he was committed to IU.
Oh, he was.
Yeah, I remember that name because again, him and Hoover were like 2 4-star guys that were thought of to save Allen. But for some reason that name just spurred me. I was like, Gibran Payne. Yeah, he was committed to Indiana, and then he decommitted and went to Notre Dame. So yeah, Indiana was starting to recruit better under Allen until he wasn't. They lost them all. McCullough, Payne, Hoover. The only guy they kept was Cooper, and then Cooper stayed with Cignetti. But yeah, who was that other name that you said? I got lost thinking about Payne, but who did you say?
Braun Penny Powell.
Okay. Thought there was someone else too.
Aaron Nolan back in the portal. Ohio State to South Carolina now. See where he goes.
Probably Big 12 or ACC or maybe lower. I don't know.
Byron Brown.
He's transferring up.
Yeah.
To a Power 4.
Jadon Blair, another defensive back that just couldn't get playing time.
Yeah, like Bean saying that Freeman's going to go to the Giants.
No. Giants are 3 or 2 years, then you get fired.
That would be a dumb move.
AJ Harris, he was a pretty highly rated guy for Penn State.
Oh man, it just never ends, dude. It just never ends. There we go. It ended. It ended, but it ain't over yet. It's gonna keep continuing.
No, it's it. Yeah.
There'll be more guys that enter. Like it's not done.
So the Notre Dame USC rivalry will not be coming back until at least 2030, and it's sad, man. It's sad, but they were set to reset it next year. It was going to be at the end of the year, but then when they apparently, like, even though this was already known that starting next year, if Notre Dame was going to be in the top 12, they would have gotten in. Like, teams knew about this, but now that it came up, now they bailed on it. Suddenly now, like, that Miami wouldn't have gotten in, now they bail on it, even though they knew about it earlier, B-Bean. So
Bean says, Will, it is not USC's responsibility to help Notre Dame strength of schedule.
but I mean,
I don't even know what to say, man.
They replaced USC with BYU, so they're going to be playing BYU in Provo next year instead of at LA. So that'll be a fun game. But
I think they need a little bit more than that.
So they have So they have at BYU and then at home against Miami. Those are the two marquee games next season.
The problem is it's all about perception, though.
I mean, they already had, like, for years they've had this Wisconsin game at Lambeau Field. It's going to be week 1. And then they're playing, I believe, at Purdue and at Michigan State. 10 years ago, they set up those games, and they thought that the Wisconsin and the Michigan State games would be tough. So it's not Notre Dame's fault that those teams suck.
2015 or 2016, Michigan State and Wisconsin were better. But again, that's the faultiness of scheduling that far in advance. You should, for example, maybe instead of playing Wisconsin in Lambeau or whatever, maybe play Illinois, who's a better team right now, or play Washington, because we know these teams are decent right now. Like they're 8-4-ish. Like Oregon beating Iowa, it's like good win. Indiana even beating Iowa. Like unfortunately, Iowa is good enough that it's like, okay, if Notre Dame had more teams like Washington right now, or Illinois, or I don't know, it's just decent enough team. I get that, Bean, but I mean that's just.
I mean, they don't want to spend the NIL money buying the games out.
That's the faulty thing of, like, a lot of these conferences, especially before they went to the 9-game conference schedule. When conferences going to 9 games is hurting Notre Dame, because you think about it, it's like before you played 8 conference games, and then maybe you could afford to play a tough non-conference game or 2. Now that they've all gone to 9, a lot of these teams just want to play 3 easy non-conference games, and that's a fact. And some of them maybe are playing 1. Like the SEC is like, oh, well, they can play 1, right? And a lot of the SEC, they already have their cross-conference or the ACC rivalries. That's what's hurting Notre Dame, because a lot of these teams just won't play them. Because does it help Washington? I mean, as I'm saying, like, okay, Notre Dame.
Miami would not have made the playoff if they didn't have the Notre Dame game scheduled. It would have been Notre Dame would have gotten in at 11-1. Miami would have gotten in at 10-2.
See, I'm not trying to blame everyone else. I'm trying to explain why Notre Dame is being screwed. All of these moves that are being made with moving to non-conference games and putting more of an emphasis on wins versus strength of schedule and all this kind of stuff, it is hurting Notre Dame and making it more and more like, hey, they need to join a conference, which, again, people are like, well, they should join the ACC. Miami's strength of schedule is worse than Notre Dame's. I've said this about 10 times and no one cares because of head-to-head, and I don't care. It's just Miami's schedule sucked as well. And A&M's in the almighty SEC, and their schedule sucked. And why? Because you've expanded the conferences so big that your schedule can blow on a given year because of the fact that all the teams you play in your league that year suck. If all the conferences were 10 teams big and you were playing, think about this in a perfect world, right? Well, if you had all these conferences that had 10 teams in it and you played a 9-game conference schedule, guess what? Every team in that conference is playing the same schedule, basically. Mm-hmm. This is why Mark Rogers, remember when the Big 12 had 10 teams, which was a joke, but that was the thing. The Big 12 had 10 teams. But the Big 12, when it had 10 teams and they played non-conference games, they all played each other. So the schedules were as even Steven as you could get. Some were home and away. The differences in home and away, you can make a case were harder, but pretty much the schedules were equal. Texas A&M's SEC schedule should not exist. What happened should not exist, but because the conference has 16 teams in it, it exists. Remember that one year that Rutgers had a very easy schedule in the Big Ten? Like, oh, well, Rutgers could go 9-3 and make a New Year's bowl game. They sucked with their easy schedule. Now they had a harder schedule and they didn't even make a bowl game. So the point is that these conferences are bloated. So it makes the schedules very uneven. And that's why you're having so many differences in strength of schedule among a conference. And it's messed up. So all of this is hurting Notre Dame. And again, if Notre Dame joined the ACC, that really wouldn't even help their strength of schedule argument. If Notre Dame joined the Big Ten, it would definitely help their strength of schedule argument. But even still, they could be in the Big Ten and have a crappy schedule year. So, I don't know. I don't know.
All right. Caden time.
All right. Well, I don't know how long we can put up with Caden's logic. We'll see. We'll see how long we can do it before we head off. Don't want to be live too much longer. It's getting a little late. Don't want to be up too late. Got some obligations tomorrow on Christmas Eve. So excited about Christmas Eve, but gotta hit the hay soon. But we'll listen to see what Caden's got to say. I'm sure it's Notre Dame bashing and whatnot. We'll see.
You ain't gonna say what's up?
How's it going, Caden? How's it going?
Man, Saturday was ugh. I slept literally through the games on Saturday. Hung out with the girlfriend, and I can't complain. It was a good time.
Mm-hmm.
What?
What's your favorite team?
Will and D, you dumb son of a bitch. It's Ohio State.
Oh, all right.
Are you dumb or are you just retarded?
I didn't know. I just wanted to ask you.
So what you're telling me, Caden, is that the people that you were talking about in Panama a while back, they're all Ohio State fans too, right?
Yep.
Okay. We didn't know. How would we know? How would we
You know,
know?
I literally talk about Ohio State all the dang time.
So, newsflash, everybody. Caden is only compatible with Ohio State fans.
Hey, there's some fan bases I can agree with.
Mm-hmm.
And those fan bases don't give a damn about Notre Dame, and they don't give a damn about Indiana or Alabama.
If you don't care about Alabama, then how in the world?
I have to address y'all because y'all are overrated.
You don't have to like Alabama, but Alabama is one of the best programs of all time. You can throw IU out the door. That's fine, since you're all about greatness and winning. Alabama has more titles than you.
Jeffrey, I'm talking.
What are you talking about, man?
Shut up.
Okay.
I was saying that y'all's fan bases are as arrogant, as overrated,
literally,
and as I mean, literally,
looking at yourself in the mirror.
Jeffrey,
right
shut up. I'm talking. Y'all are just arrogant, overbearing sons of bitches. Simple as that.
Notre Dame, right? You're talking about Notre Dame, right?
I'm not just talking about Notre Dame. I'm talking about y'all, Indiana, and Alabama.
I don't like throwing that around, but we have more titles than you. That makes that argument dead. It's completely dead.
Well, sometimes the truth hurts, Jeffrey, yet you don't want to observe that.
Literally just as good in the eyes of most people, and basically better by the eyes of a lot of people than Ohio State. The only difference is Ohio State's been more consistently good in a lesser league for the vast majority of the time. And Alabama has had way higher highs than Ohio State. I don't like comparing those two programs because they're both elite programs. But when you're saying that
one program is a little elite, more elite than Alabama.
No.
It's at Ohio State. Ohio State was elite before Alabama. Let it be perfectly clear.
Who's a more elite program, Will? Alabama or Ohio State?
Lil, don't you dare be biased.
Come on, Will. Come on, please. You can't side with this guy.
See, now you got the defending national champions to be 10-time champions, as I said. And
when
then
Nick
you got the
Saban was
Saban
with
era team.
Alabama was better. But like as of right now, Ohio State's better.
Ohio
but like
State's
in our
better than
lifetimes,
Alabama right now. I'm
Alabama's been
talking about
better.
historically. The entirety.
Alabama at their best is probably better, but Ohio State's been more consistent.
That's what I just said. Ohio State's more consistently good, but I mean, how much competition have they faced for the vast majority of their time in the Big Ten?
Pretty much just Michigan, with like Iowa and Michigan State being good at times.
Besides Oregon, but they're overrated.
Oregon's in the Big Ten now for 2 years. We're talking about all time. Alabama is better than Ohio State all time.
Yeah, well, and the Big Ten is one of the weaker conferences.
All time, yes. Big Ten's good now because they got money.
But that's only because we're at a 12-team playoff, 16 teams said 16-team playoff. But it don't make a difference to me.
But how are we overrated? You're saying we're overrated.
And I mean, not just even overrated, but arrogant. Arrogant and overbearing.
And Ohio State's not overbearing there. That's the thing. You're saying that about Alabama, but you don't even know what's coming out of your mouth right now. How condescendingly hypocritical that is.
Hypocritical, please. Hypocritical. At least Bean agrees with me on certain things here. And here's one thing I think you can agree on. Sometimes when you post on Twitter regarding Ohio State, it's complete bullshit.
I rarely ever post about Ohio State.
I don't need to remind you. Anyways, I'm gonna say this. Seriously, you and Jackson are overhyping Alabama right now.
Ohio State fan as you
since
are.
DeBoer left.
Is your girlfriend as delusional of an Ohio State fan as you are?
She's not a college football fan, but
then how is she an Ohio State fan?
She just wears the Ohio State gear.
Now that's a bandwagon fan, buddy. That's a bandwagon fan. All right, come on.
It was her first time watching Ohio State game this year. Come on now.
That's such bull crap.
Bull crap.
That is such bull crap.
Do you want me to ask my girlfriend? Because I literally got her cell phone number.
That is such bull crap. You cannot be a fan of a team that you just started watching football this year. That is bull crap.
I've watched Ohio State football for a long time.
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about her. There you go.
Hey, don't you dare insult my girlfriend.
Ohio State is not nearly as obnoxious and arrogant as Alabama. Oh, yeah. You must not be on Twitter, man. I'm sorry, Hummus. We both our fan bases have arrogant people, but come on, man. You trying to tell me Ohio State is not. Have you seen the rankings for the most annoying fan bases? Well, Ohio State is always at the top. They are always at the top. Alabama's not.
And where the hell is Jackson Johnson in the comments, or wherever the hell he is?
He's probably taking a break. It's almost Christmas.
Schwartz off with Austin. He was in here for a minute, and then he decided to take a leave. And then that dumb, retarded Wolverine fan, Burks, just kicked the door out and said, "I'm gone."
He probably just didn't want to hear it. Man.
He's probably panicking about Michigan and whoever their coach is going to be.
Well, I kind of figured he was going to panic and start bitching about Michigan. Mm-hmm. I never, ever once in my life ever thought Michigan fans would ever had a coach fired again. But by God, they did.
Let me ask you a question, Caden. Who do you think Michigan's next coach is going to be?
I'm going to be honest. I don't care who their next coach is. But the bad news for them is that they're getting their butts kicked by Ohio State.
I want to look at
And
the
I
odds
told your buddy
here, too.
Leanne Herring about Nady. Oh, what was it? About a couple hours ago, about 3:00 on WWL New Orleans. I called into the Collins show, and I told Leanne Herring a little piece of advice. She better get a lot more tissues and a whole lot more 5-gallon buckets for when they lose to Georgia, because I know Ole Miss fans are going to cry after they lose to Georgia by a blowout.
How in the world can a single person cry 5 gallons worth of tears for a single ball game?
I've seen fan bases do that before. Trust me.
That's a lot of water mixed with
Well,
acid in your body or whatever.
well, I know it's going to happen, so don't say I didn't warn you. And I'm not going to apologize if Georgia beats the hell out of Ole Miss.
You're not gonna hear me apologize either. I mean, I'd rather Ole Miss win, but I know they ain't got a shot, so that's why I picked Georgia.
And here's the other news.
It looks like Kyle Whittingham and Jeff Brom are the 2 favorites.
Who do you think would be a better hire?
I guess
You're
Whittingham?
asking me?
Anybody who cares.
I don't care. They're dealing with Ohio State.
Well, there you go. You don't care. That's why I was like, anybody who cares will care. So who's a better hire? I mean, I would say Whittingham, but I don't know if he is really like cut out for that type of job at this stage of his career. I mean, unless he is, but
Okay, if Whittingham becomes the head coach, he better get their asses straightened. Because if he doesn't, someone's gonna have a bad season in Michigan. And that same thing goes to Jeff Brom.
I think he should have stayed and retired, Whittingham, and I think Brom should stay at Louisville.
And speaking of that dumb Michigan fan Burks, he was talking smack to me earlier, and I was wondering what the hell he quit for a second.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, man, maybe he just didn't want to hear it.
He knows he doesn't want no more of that of the smoke, because he already had to take a bunch of it.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of, I was telling Bean that Notre Dame fans are really, really bad. And I'll tell you, Bean, they are really that bad. Like, I know Will and D would still bitch about not being in the playoffs, let alone bitch about losing to Ohio State in the playoffs. And I know they're still sour about it.
Well, here you got Bean coming in with who will coach Notre Dame when Freeman goes to the Giants.
I don't care.
He's not going to the Giants. I'll be stunned if he goes to the Giants. I'm not going to say any monetary amount because I learned my lesson with that. But
Yeah.
Will and D, we know that you're not going to learn your lesson again. We know you're going to do it again.
But, like, why would he go to the Giants? The Giants are a mess. Their owner, the mayor is like, they suck now.
See, this is why I tell people, don't be a Notre Dame fan.
Oh my God! Yeah. You tell people not to be a Notre Dame fan because Marcus Freeman is going to the Giants.
Oh, because they're just overbearing, arrogant, crying babies.
Who has been more arrogant during this conversation, Will or you?
Are you asking me or are you asking Will?
Everybody's going to agree that you have been, except you.
I didn't even go to Notre Dame, Bavine. It's because of family. But
see, family is why you root for teams. Family, okay, family. My family loves Alabama. That's why I love Alabama. I mean, it would be traitors not to, right?
Why don't we ask the chat?
Yeah,
Why don't we ask the chat?
Does your parents like Ohio State, Caden?
My mom and my two uncles, one uncle who I never met before, who I never got to meet due to dying 3 months before I was pregnant, or well, before my mom was pregnant with me. Yeah, I misworded that, Jeffrey. What the hell? Ugh, my God.
Oh man. Oh. Ah.
Well, two of my uncles were also had committed offers to Ohio State back in the 80s. My late great uncle Sherman Howland, aka Big Sherm, would have played for Ohio State, would have won 2 Rose Bowls, actually 3 Rose Bowls, 2 Super Bowls with the New York Giants. And oh heck, I would have not known what the heck happened to him if he hadn't died. But he's not here with me at the moment. He's dead. Yes, Bean. That was his nickname. My grandfather's a big fan of the Buckeyes, and everybody else on my mom's side of the family is a big fan of are big fans of the Buckeyes. Back to the days of Paul Brown, the late great Paul Brown. Oh, congratulations, Thomas. What's the fellow's name? I'll need to ask my grandfather. He knows him. So Ohio State does run deep in my family.
All right.
That's good, man. Glad.
Speaking of, where is that Twinkie eating varmint, Austin? I wonder where that little Twinkie eating varmint is. Probably eating Twinkies probably about right now.
All right. Sorry. Yeah. Sorry. You stepped. This is the stream of us that you saw.
Yeah. No, thanks for being here, though. I mean, we do have more. Well, I can't say professional streams, but I mean the first half of the show was normal.
Yeah.
But once you bring on Caden, you know what you're gonna get. I mean, you either like it or you don't. He does provide a lot of great laughs, so it's good entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of, where's the one who called me trailer park trash? Yeah, Thomas, Twinkies do exist. So I don't need to hear that dumb response, Thomas.
It might have been a legitimate question.
Yeah, you heard me right, Bean. I called Austin a Twinkie varmint. I didn't stutter about it. Austin, where are you?
No, he's probably like Burks. He's just taking a break.
Jackson, where the hell are you? Hell, Bean, get your butt in here. I wanted to tell this Florida Gator fan something. Hey, Bean, come on in, buddy.
Got any Christmas Eve plans, Caden?
Oh, hanging out with family, open up some Christmas Eve presents, and hang out with some other friends and open up Christmas presents with them. Eat some.
What do you ask? Do you ask for some like gas gift cards for your engine, or what do you want?
Well, if you want to know the list of the diesel freak, you might as well. Obviously, work jeans, work boots, work socks, at least a couple gift cards for some food and some D's for diesel. And obviously, an extra pocket knife or some other odds.
we have hummus in
Plain
here.
and simple. Oh, hey, hummus. Hummus.
Hummus. Oh.
Hummus's mic is probably afraid of Caden.
He shouldn't be.
Can you hear
There
me?
we are. Yeah, we can
Am I
hear you
good
now.
I'm good now. Hey guys. I wanted to hop on here. I want to ask Will, what do you think? Do you think that you're ready for Notre Dame to join a conference yet? Or I know you might not want to hear this convo, but
Not now.
What do you think?
No. I mean, we
No?
have a team that can win the Natty, I believe. We have the roster now. We just gotta put the run together in the next few years.
I just got done talking to my brother-in-law at our Christmas party tonight. We had it tonight, and he's a huge Notre Dame fan, like you. He's like Subway alumni, Catholic parents, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And he was saying that he's fed up with it and he's ready for him to join the conference.
I mean, I have a
Something.
family friend. I have a family friend that has all the connections to Notre Dame. He's friends with the athletic director, and he's very confident in where the athletic department is right now. And
Things are going to be okay.
Yeah.
Well, they got.
Well, how you doing?
What's that?
Well, how you doing tonight, hummus?
I'm doing all right. Just like I said, just got back from a while ago. Got back from Christmas party with my family. Got lots of new Buckeye gear. Everybody got me Buckeye stuff. I feel spoiled. I got a Ohio State water bottle, a blanket, like 3 pairs of socks. It's great.
No kidding.
Yep.
I'll be darned. I was at my girlfriend's Christmas party this past Saturday. I'm not kidding you, hummus. It was good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was good.
Right on.
My girlfriend got me a new pocket knife.
Oh yeah.
She got me a limited edition bald eagle American flag crescent pocket knife.
Yeah. That's a good old American gift there. Yeah. But
plus a gallon of melon milk. I can't complain.
but yeah,
what?
Well, I just
what,
hummus? What's that?
I said what? It's 2 nice gifts from my girlfriend. What?
Yeah, no, that's great. I'm glad that you received those. It's about giving and maybe receiving a little bit too, but it's more about the love.
It's the gift that keeps on giving all year round.
Love. So you gotta show love to even Austin and other people. That's what. You do
my treat to Jeffrey, Will, and Austin Jackson is just giving them hell because my girlfriend laughs about it all the time.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Even though she's not a college football fan and doesn't care about anything that we're saying.
Caden, I think you might get visited tomorrow night by 3 ghosts.
Yeah, the ghost of Christmas, Alabama, the ghost of Christmas, Indiana, and the ghost of Christmas, Notre Dame. That Bama one's for last, dude.
Yada yada yada.
You'll wake up. You'll go through it. You'll go through it, and you'll wake up, and you'll be a new man, Caden.
Yeah, you'll respect other people besides yourself and Ohio State.
Hummus, I ain't no scared of damn ghosts. And here's the funny part. Them ghosts ain't coming near me because they know I ain't nobody to mess with.
I ain't scared of no ghosts.
You bring your Twinkie eating ass in here.
The show's never gonna end, Will. If it gets out of hand after this, we gotta end this puppy. Oh no.
See, here's the thing, Austin. I get more melon milk than you get in your lifetime, bud. Why? Because my girlfriend is that sexy. So shut up. True, hummus, true.
Did you hear what I thought I heard, Will?
Wait, what did you think?
You mind repeating that for Will, Caden?
I told us that I get more melon milk from my girlfriend
Oh,
than he gets in his lifetime.
That's a little bit too much information there, Caden. We don't need to.
Do you not know that I date an girl?
We don't need to hear.
Yeah,
about
and they're
your
all
girlfriend.
Ohio State fans. They just suddenly become Ohio State fans when they're with Caden.
No,
We don't.
they're just a fan of me.
We don't need to hear about your girlfriend's honeydew. So we're good on that.
Hey, hummus, if I want to flex, I'll flex. As far as I'm concerned, as being the baddest Buckeye walking this dag on earth.
But that's kind of a juvenile flex. So come on now.
Oh my!
Bean, I'll tell you that story on Sunday.
Yeah. Update: Caden the Diesel Freaks YouTube channel has been banned.
You know, I almost wanted to post I almost posted my girlfriend almost asked me to post a clip on my Twitter Saturday night. But I almost did.
That probably should go somewhere else.
I mean, Twitter allows it. But...
I mean, true, but
just because Jack and Jeffrey were asking about my girlfriend, and they're like, "Oh, does Kay the Diesel Freak have a girlfriend?" I'm like, "Yeah, I do."
I literally don't care.
Oh, here's the dumbest son of a bitch walking this earth.
I'll make it real snappy, real quick. Hummus, Jeffrey, Will, block me for a second while I put this doofus on blast. Listen here, Caden. You're looking at the greatest of all time. I'm the last real champion, pal. You want to talk about being the man around here? To be the man, you got to beat the man. And I'm the man around here, okay? And Jeffrey's my sidekick, of course. Because I love Jeffrey and Will too. We love Will too. But you, Caden, are the scum of this earth, good buddy.
Are you done spitting your bullshit, Austin? Because you're just as ugly as they come, and you just talk the most bullshit I've ever heard.
That was a verbal beatdown. How do you like them Twinkies? How do you like them Twinkies, Caden?
I don't even eat Twinkies.
Austin came in here and said, I know what a Twinkie is for you, Caden. He said, I'll show you some Twinkies, Caden. You stick those Twinkies in your diesel and suck it.
I couldn't hear what the dumbass from Louisville was talking.
Hey, listen here, Caden. Listen here, bud. I can't help that you're jealous of me because I'm winning over here. You know what they say, winners write history. I'm the greatest of all time, like I just said, because I'm winning. What are you doing, Caden? You're losing, buddy. Buddy, old pal, I'm winning in life.
Well,
Austin. Caden only quantifies winning whether his team or your team wins a national championship or not. So in that case, you're not winning, and Cade's winning because his team won a title, and unfortunately Louisville is not. But in every other aspect of life, I'm
winning. I've got the job.
No, that's not what
I've got the girl, and I've got my life going just fine. Hell, me and my girlfriend were just planning our wedding.
Well, if
Lord, poor her.
Clip, it probably wouldn't have occurred. Yeah.
Oh, what did you say, Austin? I couldn't hear you, dumbass.
That poor girl. She needs a therapist.
Yeah. She's got to switch her fandom.
Oh no, her and she's fine where she is, and she accepts me for who I am, and that's all that matters. See, when you're stuck in a classroom with nerdy girls that prefer to do and that like girls that do then you would understand. See, I was in that classroom. It didn't say much because I kept to myself. But when she spoke to me the first time, and this was recent, and this was about maybe 8 months ago, that I finally got to talk and back to her. After just I don't know why I didn't talk to her. She finally asked me, and I was like, you know what? Screw it. I need someone to talk to. So her and I got to dating, and by God, I made it public, and you know what? She's happy.
I thought you literally said like 3 weeks ago that you were single or something.
Well, I was waiting for the right time to announce, said Jeffrey. See, I plan these things out.
Oh, sure.
And
You
here's
told me
the other
about
thing,
3 weeks ago
Austin.
that you were going back to your ex-girlfriend.
See, women
Jeffrey.
have a curse. When they want to be with me, it's harder for them because they know I'm too hot to handle. But
I
there's
thought
only a
that you said they
few.
run away from
There's
you.
only a few that Nady can run with me. But that's why
Yeah, the
I
diesel
have the
fumes
girlfriend.
scare 'em off, man.
Listen, Caden. I don't think that's why they're more hurt when they're around you, good buddy. Like, let's not kid ourselves here. Like, Jeffrey, he's a specimen of a man. All women would be with him. You, on the other hand, diesel freak over there, Caden, whatever you like to call yourself, that they run the other way when they see you, pal, because they know you got gonorrhea.
Yes, there's the return of that. You remember that?
It's the fumes. The fumes are gonorrhea.
Austin,
Even Sherry's renaming our show.
Austin, do you know what it's like to be in a classroom full of nerdy girls that like comics that eventually want to do for a living?
I can only imagine what that is. I have no idea.
Because I'm dating one.
Listen here, Caden. Listen here, pal. I don't know what your is, but you can take your and stick it where the sun don't shine. Hey, pal.
Jeffrey, if you know what the blank means, put it together.
I know what it is, Caden. It's called satire.
No.
But you see,
2 letters. OF.
I got
So
4
she
letters
does
for
that?
you, Caden.
Wait, she does
I
that, your
literally
girl?
said that you should post it somewhere else. I guess he figured. Oh my gosh, dude! This is a sad fall. This is sad.
Hold on, Jeffrey.
No, it's
I'll
actually
take care of
it's
this.
actually
Hold
fine.
on.
It's actually fine because you know what? I love my woman for who she is, and I can't complain.
Here it is. Here he is.
Oh.
No. There he is.
Oh man, I keep wondering.
He's not hiding, Caden. He's not hiding. Here he is.
I wonder why have I been summoned?
Caden, if you were a real man, you're gonna post her link tree in the live chat. Post her link tree.
Oh.
Well, I'll actually be posting the video. I'll be posting 2 videos next Saturday on my Twitter. So pay attention to my Twitter if you dare.
Dude, you've got like 30 followers now somehow, but I mean, dude, you probably got to I mean, you might have 40 followers after that.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Caden, nobody wants to see you and your pillow, pal. Nobody wants to see that. That's bad television.
Oh Lord. God.
Gixer Squid with the comment of the night.
Oh! This show's gone. It is gone. Oh,
No, I'm not a dairy farmer. But my girlfriend is just.
Thomas is done. He's done.
Yeah.
See,
Oh no.
He's
Caden,
got
I'm gonna
the word.
rap you. I'm gonna rap you a song, Caden. I made this just for you for a special occasion, just for you, pal.
Oh, I wonder what the bullshit you're going to sing now, Austin.
Jeez.
This is gonna be a good rap one. And Jeffrey, I hope I dedicate it to you, Jeffrey, in your name and image.
He's
Yo,
giving a look out of what the
listen.
hell am I doing with my life at this hour? Like,
Jackson, you should ask yourself that, Nady, the next time you go live.
well, just doing some editing for a network here and there.
All right,
So,
Austin, go ahead with your bullshit.
Yo, listen, Caden. You want to come up here talking your BS, acting like you're the big bad man on campus. Listen, ain't no one scared of your bull crap. Because Caden, that's all you are, nothing but a bunch of bull crap. Crap, Caden. When I speak, they listen because I win. I'm a winner. I'm like Kurt Signetti. They're gonna Google me one day. I'm like John Cena, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the greatest of all mother flipping time. I'm the last real champion. After this, you can't see me anymore. So, Caden, enjoy your victory while you can, because there won't be many more. Because I don't bury talent, I am talent. You're just mediocrity, Caden, wishing you were talent. So, with that being said, Caden, good luck and goodbye, my friend, because I just buried you so deep that your dead cow won't even want to sit next to you in that grave.
And just for the record, I'm not dating. I'm dating a.
What? I'm not dating?
No, I am dating.
No.
I am dating an OF girl.
Why did you just say that you're not dating and now you're saying you are dating?
I just said I am, and I've been. Excuse me.
Why?
Okay.
Why?
Oh, I wanted to leave it a surprise. Why not, Jeffrey? I announced it with Jackson that I was dating somebody. I didn't say specific. I said her name.
Since you've told everybody about this relationship, I mean, it kind of adds some validity to what Austin might have been talking about earlier.
And Austin's full of bullshit.
Hey,
Be very careful, Caden.
Jeffrey, you're the one who needs to be careful, buddy. Because you're in the room with a 9 times soon to be 10-time undisputed national champion in the building.
We got more titles, Caden.
I didn't know you played on the 1968 national championship.
Yeah, Caden's like 60 years old right now.
Yeah.
Excuse me, my mother's side of the family has a long lineage of Buckeye. Excuse me.
Dude, Gixer Squid is roasted you, man. It is.
Your squid ain't worth shit. See, grandfather and great uncle got to meet the late great Woody Hayes. My late great uncle Sherman, who was an absolute monster, was almost committed to Ohio State and would have played in 3 Rose Bowls and then eventually 2 Super Bowls with alongside Lawrence Taylor of the New York Giants. And let me tell you, he was a giant man, 6'4", 255. Oh, and I know that fact.
It's not even that big.
Well, for the position he played, He was a freak of nature. I've got the genetics. Excuse me, Jeffrey. The Buckeye's talking.
5'9", 140 then.
6'1", 202 pounds. Excuse me.
Okay. Well, maybe we'll be able to identify that on your video.
So I got Buckeye lineage in my blood, buddy. Excuse me, if you see my blood, it's red, scarlet red. Excuse me, sir.
Everybody's blood is red.
Yeah.
But when you're a Buckeye at heart and you're the Buckeye in the mindset,
if your blood wasn't red, then you'd be like some other life form.
Well, maybe God just gave me some amazing talent.
Then why are you not a Ohio State football player then, man? Oh yeah, I forgot. You decided you wanted to work hard. Okay.
Which I enjoy.
Fine speech, Caden. That's a fine
Jeffrey.
speech, Caden. But
I know he wouldn't last a minute in on the word, John. And I know Austin wouldn't last a damn minute.
Oh.
I damn sure know Will and Jackson wouldn't last a goddamn minute.
Jeffrey, you hear this, bozo?
Oh, we can hear it. We can hear it.
Oh no, are they hearing you, you dumb son of a bitch?
Oh my god! Hey, listen here, pal. Pal,
No,
listen. You ought to come work for
you
me
keep your
for
mouth
the day,
shut,
pal.
you son of a bitch.
You keep your mouth shut, you bullshitter.
No, you keep your mouth shut, you twink eating son of a bitch.
Look at Will right now.
Caden, it's really easy.
What have I done?
Caden, it's really easy to talk shit behind the screen, isn't it?
Hey, I could back it up with my fist too.
Okay.
No. Ooh.
Just trust me. I've been there and done that. I bled, I've sweated, and I never gave a fuck.
And that's why you're not on the Ohio State football team. Nah.
Jeffrey, sometimes hard choices are made. I made a hard choice.
Yeah,
but
that's why you're dating every time. Yeah.
Hey, if I wanted to go play at Ohio State, I would have. But I said no for reasons. I don't need to explain it to you because you're nothing but a dumb motherfucker. And you don't understand what it's like to be someone that's as genetically talented as myself, let alone my brothers from another mother who have bled, sweated, and didn't give a fuck. Didn't give excuse and played every single snap with no excuse.
Talented. That's what you said. Genetically talented.
I didn't stutter. I didn't stutter, Jeffrey.
What does that even mean?
I'm talented, but I'm also genetically talented.
Okay.
Whoa.
Get it straight.
See, here's
Austin. Let me continue. Let me continue, Austin. Since you can't get it through your thick skull. See, being in my booth. Shut your mouth, Austin. I ain't talk. You ain't talking.
Hey, I don't care. I'll run my mouth. Thank you very much. You're not the boss of
Excuse
me. You're not my
a champion's talking.
Oh god.
Hey,
the champion is talking.
Last real champion.
Hey, you're talking like it's your channel, not Jeffrey's.
Yeah,
I told Mark Rogers to shut up. I told Pigskin Thief to shut up.
There's a reason why nobody likes you and think that you're the most arrogant sports fan that doesn't know what he's talking about on the planet. I mean, literally, Mark Rogers called you a moron. That's not a good thing. That guy knows what he's talking about.
Jeffrey, I didn't give a fuck, and I still don't give a fuck.
Well, maybe you should, because I mean, it's just not going to get you nowhere, man. It's not going to get you nowhere.
In order,
like
if
that,
you,
man.
one thing to remember,
I'd rather be hated than loved. And honestly, there's a saying: I can be hated by all, respected by few, and loved by few. But that's all I live by. Because you have to understand where I'm at. See, I'm the guy who played in the most intense rivals in my state. Let alone, I come up from a very small town with a lot of heart of the high school football league. See, you don't understand that. But let me just say this. From where I'm at, that's respect.
How come I don't understand small town America? Because I don't live in your small town in Ohio.
And you know what? I'm glad that I don't live next to morons. I live next to some bad some bitches that I played against.
And if they
You
weren't Ohio
realize,
State fans, then you would
Caden,
load
that
them all.
you're when you say like you're a tough son of a bitch, or when you're saying it's a bad son of a bitch, you realize you're calling somebody's mom a bitch, right?
Big hug, Jackson.
Yeah, I can't
I
wait.
played against
I cannot
tough
wait
some
for the
bitches.
girlfriend's reaction. Yeah.
My
I
girlfriend knows
Hey,
this.
Caden. Hey, Caden,
She
you're
still
saying
loves
all
me for
this.
being who I am, and she don't give a fuck. She loves me.
Hey, Caden, you're doing a lot of talking, pal, but a lot of times your action does the talking for you. If you're everything that you say you are, Caden, you wouldn't need to be spewing all this right now. But you're not the man you say you are because you're having to do this.
Hey, Austin, you ever heard of I can walk the walk and talk the talk? I can do both. So keep your mouth
Hey,
shut,
but
dumbass.
hey, Caden, people respect you more when your actions speak for you instead of your words.
Like you know what it's like to be in my boots. Like you know what it's like to be in my boots. Yeah, you never want to be.
Yeah, they probably stink.
Hey, I don't. Hey, Caden, I don't know what it's like to be in your boots.
Oh man.
But hey, listen here. There's one thing that separates me from you, Caden, and everyone here can vouch for me on this. Is when I say something, I keep my word for it. I owe Jackson money. I paid it up. Jackson got his money in full tonight, and I've
Nice,
always
man.
had his back, no matter how much I drive him nuts.
And I've
That's more
got
than
money
I can
from
say
Will
for
and
you.
Dee because he ran his mouth.
I told Will not to make that bet, man.
And he did. So,
Hey,
and
Bean,
you missed out.
he said that you wouldn't want to be in his boots.
Hey,
I
Will,
just
why
told
don't you
you
why don't you tell Austin that you lost $500 to the diesel freak?
I did.
It's common knowledge. Everybody knows. We feel bad for Will. It was a tough day.
And I gave
Yes.
Will hell, and he deserved it.
Yeah, but he also took it like a man, dude. I mean, you crumble apart.
I didn't want to give him any more because I knew if I broke him more, he would have not even been on here. And you damn right. Well, actually, I'm damn right because I would have broken that boy. So, you know, Austin, be lucky that you're not my boots.
Okay, no.
Caden, I don't want to be in your dang boots.
Yeah.
You wouldn't last a minute being me.
Hey, Caden,
Quiet, little boy. But there's a message that we see from Stephen Cherry. Have you guys talked about one college? Oh, they have. I don't think Pennywise is in the chat, but
Pennywise, I would have knocked his ass out.
Hey, Will.
all right.
Before we give Will the floor, since Bean wants to hear Will, hey, Caden, what is your reaction to this comment from Gixxer Squid?
Oh, he's just retarded. Retarded piece of shit. You want a beanie? Like you can. You want a D in my boots? Like you can. So,
All right.
because I think I explained myself pretty clearly.
Mhm. All right. Caden made me mad because he was talking trash about Notre Dame. So I said something I shouldn't have said, but I stood by it and I paid him the $500. But I was so confident in Notre Dame making the playoff. I said, Notre Dame's going to make the playoff, and if they don't, I'll give you $500 or something like that. And
You did?
unfortunately, they didn't make the playoffs, so I gave him $500.
And I'm glad Will lived up to his word and grew it. That I'll give him credit.
I like how Caden's quantification of is whether you pay a bet.
But unfortunately, there's some people
I think there are other qualifications for that.
qualifications of what, Jeffrey? I wanted to know.
Other qualifications: being a hard worker, being a good person.
Well, also being one
Or
that
hold by your word, stick
Like,
it
it's not
by-
all about making bets and telling people off and crap.
Going
Hey,
by your
seriously.
promises, taking responsibility for your actions, and not blaming everyone but yourself. That's that's another quality of being a man as well.
I've won my bets fair and square. And I've won my deals fair and square. I've won every injury fair and square. I battled through every injury I've had. And I didn't give a crap. So I can say proudly, I'm still the man who I
No, but what
am.
about your friends, Caden? What about your ones that are closest to you? Were you a man for them? That's what counts at the end of the day. What your peers think about you.
Not tears, not brothers from another mother who I work every day with.
They all love Caden because
They
they're
honestly
all
respect
Ohio
you.
State fans, and they're all arrogant, and they all talk crap. Yeah, we know. But that's like 2 people, and everybody else don't like you.
Oh no, there's 12 of us. And we agree on the same things.
Ooh.
We don't give a damn about Notre Dame.
Well.
We don't give a damn about Michigan. We
That's a
don't give a
sad
damn
life.
about our school rivalries.
That's a really sad life, Caden.
You know what's sad? You know what's really sad? I'd rather be an idiot than I'd say autistically retarded.
Yikes.
What?
You heard me.
You know what, Caden? You're Caden, you know
What?
what? I hope
What?
Jackson cut me off, and I'm gonna do this.
What? Say that again.
You heard me. I'd rather be an idiot than autistically retarded.
Yikes. Yikes, my dude.
Yikes, my dude. Caden, you do realize what you're saying,
I
right?
think it's time for you to go to bed, Caden.
Oh, and my girlfriend is
Kane-
texting me.
Kane,
She's loving this. Oh man.
Bring her on.
She's just watching
Bring
them
her
back.
on, Caden.
She's laughing. She literally just sent me a picture.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
he's not gonna bring her on. He's not gonna.
I'm asking her if she wants to come
Jeffrey,
on.
That's because she's not real.
I'm asking if she wants to come on.
All right, what did she say?
I'm waiting for her to respond, Will.
Okay.
Jesus.
But life's been good to me. I'll tell you that, Will. Life has been good to me.
Yeah, she's not coming on.
No, she said that she's got to get her beauty sleep in for tonight because tomorrow she's got something going on.
Sure. She needs her beauty sleep. That's why she's texting you and sending you picture. Yeah, okay.
You know, it's like having an OF girlfriend. Yeah, well, you won't. So, you're lost.
Yeah, how is that our loss? Again,
Well,
there,
because
there,
I
there are certain problems with that, Caden.
Well, you know what? Here's the thing. I actually get to heal her, and my hands are actually on her.
Good for you. You and your pillow can live a happy life together, bud.
What are we talking about, boys? Well, Caden can explain what he just said again. I think you can figure it out.
Uh-huh.
But unfortunately, I think the idiots have lost their brain cells tonight. Because there's a saying that I live by, and all my brothers from another freaking mother live by. If you cannot hang with the big dogs, if you cannot run with the big dogs, if you cannot drive with the big dogs, then you can get the fuck out and stay on the goddamn porch with the rest of the puppies and let
You
the
do
big
realize,
dogs roll.
Hayden, that an opinion does not equal fact, right? I have to make that very clear sometimes when I'm on here, that sometimes what I say is an opinion. Now, sometimes what I say is based off factual evidence. And when I say that, there you go. But you, on the other hand, are saying that we can't hang with you. That's your opinion. I think we're doing just fine.
Yeah.
I feel like actually we're on the right side of history on this conversation. But that's my opinion. I could be wrong. Maybe you are, but I don't think so. I mean,
Oh man, Hamas like, okay, I've had enough of this.
Hey,
Okay,
I'm at least
real
enjoying
fast.
life, and I
Yeah.
have a girlfriend. I'm working,
yeah, we know when you said some things. Yeah.
and life's been
Caden,
good to me.
Let me ask you something, Caden, and I want you to take this seriously for a second. What are you going to do, Caden, when Ohio State loses and they don't repeat, and you feel what are you going to do? Because you'll have no one to turn to. You're just going to be by yourself. No one to comfort
The
you.
girlfriend's gonna leave because she's such an Ohio State fan, and she says they lost. It's all over. The fandom's gone.
And you know what? To top it off, Jeffrey, and Indiana's going to win the whole thing, and Caden's going to cry farce that you cheated. That Kurt
Now I'm not
Cignetti's a
saying I'm not gonna
failure.
say that, but what I am saying is that this guy, he talks a lot of smack without a lot to back it up. That's all I know. He has literally nothing. I hang with the boys. We're so tough. Girlfriend, like, dude, bring her on. Oh, yeah, she's got to get her beauty sleep. Oh, yeah, I chose not to go to Ohio State because I want to work hard. It's like, sure.
It's my life decisions, Jeffrey.
It's full of crap.
Yeah,
Everybody knows it.
Crumple
You know
crap,
what's really
Caden,
full of
what you
crap
say.
is that you haven't been in my life, Jeffrey. So be lucky.
Yeah, I was doing just fine before that, but I'm doing just fine now. So I'm okay either way.
And to reply to Austin, we're winning that national championship, and that's a damn
You know what?
fact. And let me remind you, Austin,
That's not
Louisville will never be champions in football. Never. Not in your lifetime, not in your children's lifetime, not in your grandchildren's lifetime. They will never be national champions. So why don't you do me a favor?
I mean, I'm
Keep your
Georgia,
mouth
Caden.
shut and don't say nothing about it.
Hey, if Indiana can
Hey, guess
make
what,
it, then
Caden? That's
Louisville
cool.
can.
Whoa. We've not heard Hamas speak. Let's hear what Hamas has to say.
I don't. Can you guys even hear me?
Loud and clear.
Yeah.
If Indiana can make the playoffs, then Louisville can too. I heard you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But see, Caden don't care about that. It's only about winning national championships, which we have more of down in Tuscaloosa.
Well, guess what, Jeffrey? I'm about to have more in my lifetime with this team. With this Ohio State offensive and defensive crew. They're winning us more national championships. And guess what? I'll have more than you and Jackson Johnson, the Godfather of the SEC. So be prepared for that.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Okay.
It's not
Caden, you
impossible,
don't.
but I don't think
Caden,
it's
you
likely.
don't actually
I'm going to
play
sit comfortable. I'm sitting comfortable.
Oh yeah,
Caden,
yeah, we know.
You are
I'm
aware
sitting
that
comfortably.
fans don't get rings, right? You're aware of that?
Hey,
Yeah,
well,
fans don't get rings. Like, he thinks he's smarter than everybody else because he's the fan of the best team in college football, which isn't
hey,
even
hold on.
fact.
I may not got the rings, but I know I've seen the national championships and I've watched them.
We all did. Wow. Oh my gosh. I've seen Ohio State win 2 national championships in my lifetime, just like you have. That's amazing. And I could care less. But you do, and that's great for you. But I could care less.
Technically 3.
Oh. Yeah, sure.
And it's going to be 4, then 5, then 6, then 7, then 8
And
national
then 4 of them get
championships.
taken away, and then yeah, sure.
Hell, it could be 9 national championships in my lifetime.
And you're telling me you're not arrogant? Like, come on, dude.
That's how good our coaching staff is.
Yeah, you lose your coaching staff every year.
And Matt Patricia is going to be our defensive coordinator for a long while.
Yeah, because he sucks as a head coach. Good for you.
No, but he's not a good system to be in.
You got some good players, man. Yeah.
And Ohio State's one of the
That's
top.
why Jim Knowles looks so good.
No, it's because Ohio State recruits some of the best defensive players in the
I
country.
just said that. You got the best players. Wow. Maybe you need to listen a little bit sometimes. I just said that.
And then
Jeffrey,
we're
just
the
acknowledge
one
it.
program that everybody likes because we have the best facilities, we have the best fans, and the best stadium in
You're
all
a
the
part of
country.
none of it. You're just a dude watching on your TV, even though you somehow know Caleb Downs, but he don't follow you on Twitter.
Hey, they don't gotta follow me on
That's
Twitter.
another lie, my man. It's another lie. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, at least I don't beg them to follow me on Twitter.
Oh, sure.
And you know, here's the nice thing, Jeffrey, is that when Ohio State wins another national championship, 3 more national championships, 4 more national championships, I'll be sitting comfortable. And hell, I might buy the rings.
I don't know if you got that kind of model.
Sure, and then you'll post that on your Twitter account. Sure.
Oh yeah, Jeffrey, I will.
This is too funny.
I make some serious money,
Hey,
Jackson,
remember
with what
everybody
I'm doing.
on Saturday he's gonna post the video. So just for everybody out there, if you give a crap, which I don't.
Yeah.
If you care, then Saturday's prom time, man.
Hummus.
Sorry, I heard a dumbass
You're
speak, and that
good.
was Austin.
No, quiet, Cade.
Shut the hell up, Jackson.
I'll say we're.
Oh no.
Yeah, look at Jackson standing up for himself. Look at that.
Hummus.
Go, Jackson. Put that
Caden,
yacht
quit
in place.
interrupting.
Anyway,
Jackson's
Hummus,
trying
I was gonna ask you, how you feel about the Ohio State Miami game?
I mean, honestly, I think it's a lot of people, a lot of more arrogant Buckeye fans are just saying, oh, we're going to roll over them. It's going to be a bloodbath, all this and that. But like after watching what Indiana's defensive line did to Ohio State's O-line, like I'm a little bit concerned, honestly. I'm not saying that it's going to, cause them
What
to
in
lose
the
the
world
game.
is that noise?
But it's a little concerning. Like if they can't figure out how to contend with the stunts and the different twists like what Indiana was doing, I mean, Miami has a really good defensive line. So it's one area I think that Miami could potentially have an advantage in the game. But obviously I think Ohio State has a superior secondary, superior linebackers, wide receivers, most position groups you'd look at and say Ohio State has the advantage, but sometimes the line of scrimmage, if you're not able to, if they're not able to keep the pocket clean, then none of that stuff matters. Like Indiana was all over Sam the whole game, so Miami can do the same thing. It's going to be a close game.
Yeah, Hummus, I'm going to have to disagree with you 100%.
Well, I'm
I'm
realistic.
going to disagree with you.
He's realistic. You're delusional. So there you go. Bean says, for the last hour, we have all had the honor of experiencing what Caden's air quotes girlfriend experiences on a regular basis. Questions.
Well, let me just say this, Hummus, we're beating the hell out of Miami, and Ohio State's steamrolling them. And that's a fact.
I think we're going to win too, Caden, but I'm just saying it might not be as easy.
We
as
have a
some-
better track record over Miami.
You also had a better track record over Indiana. You'd beaten them about 35 times in a row.
And we have a better track record over Notre Dame.
That doesn't mean that you can't lose.
Okay,
And we're beating
every
Miami.
dog's got its day. Every dog's got its day, Caden.
Yeah, not to Caden. He's the only dog.
I think Miami
According to them.
actually has.
Oh,
I think
Hold
Miami
on,
might actually
Hannes,
own the
what were you
series.
saying? What are you
I think
saying, Hannes?
Miami. I think Miami might actually have the series lead. I think it's 3-2, maybe something like that.
Yeah, because I know
about
like,
to change this, Caden. It's going to be 3-3 after the next weekend.
So I know Miami won in 1999. Ohio State won 2002.
And then they played a home and home. They played
Yep.
a home
And then they
and home.
split the home and home.
yeah,
10 and
2011 was on September 7th.
So I know they played at least 4 times.
Well, wasn't
they
that the
split-
down season
Did
for
they
Ohio
split
State?
those?
Yep.
Yeah, they split that home and home. Yeah,
To be fair, I think Ohio State
it's
should have.
3-2. They're 3
I think
and 2.
Ohio
Never
State in 2011 should have given themselves the postseason ban. That way, they
yeah.
could have gone to the BCS national title for 2012.
Yeah, but Alabama was the best team that year, so it kind of was.
Yeah.
Justice was kind of, I mean, Alabama was going to probably beat Ohio State, and obviously
Yeah.
they beat Notre Dame. So that would have been one of those years where it would have been deceiving. Like Ohio State would have been undefeated and probably had a good chance of beating Notre Dame and becoming national champion. But the reality, this is like what me and Jeff were talking about. Like that's one of those years without the 4-team playoff, Alabama never would have won that title. It would have been Ohio State or Notre Dame.
They played in 1977. Ohio State.
Ohio State won that. Okay, so Ohio State does have the lead then. It's 3-2.
3-2, but the 2010 game was vacated. So.
I see.
But as far as the playoffs go, we are beating Miami. And if between Georgia and Ole Miss, it don't matter. It don't matter who we play between Georgia and Ole Miss. They're getting steamrolled. Because of this Ohio State team.
Tough opponent.
Jeffrey, I'm talking. Shut up. It don't matter. Because Ohio State's a pissed off team and has a pissed off defense coming into the next couple of games. And they're going to beat the hell out of Miami, just like they did to Oregon, just like they did to Texas, just like they did to Notre Dame. They're beating the hell out of them.
I think this year's Georgia team is better than every single team you listed last year.
Georgia is not better than Ohio State.
I didn't say that Georgia was better than Ohio State. I said Georgia is better than all the teams that you beat in the playoffs last year. I mean, Notre Dame's debatable, but I think this year's Georgia team
Notre Dame
last year.
Last year's Notre Dame was pretty good.
Notre Dame's overrated.
Listen,
But
here's the
they
thing.
were kind of one-dimensional, but
I will say this. I do think Miami's got a legit chance in this game because they've got some speed. Malachi Tony, he reminds me a lot of Tyreek Hill. And I think if Beck could get him the ball in space, I think he make a few defenders miss. He could be a problem.
oh, he's
for
not
that
that
secondary.
fast.
I mean,
He's good, but he's not Tyreek Hill fast. He's good though.
No. He's got the agility though.
Yeah,
I think for Jeffrey's sake, I think we gotta tap out here.
I gotta tap out. I won't end the show. We'll keep this going after stream here. But thanks everybody for being here. Like the show if you enjoyed it. Appreciate it a lot. Subscribe to me and Will and D's channel if you enjoyed the content. And I hope everybody has a great night, a Merry Christmas, and we will see you soon.
And don't forget, this is only